Welcome back to the Paranormal Papa Podcast, episode 25. Welcome back to the studio, episode 25. It's hard to believe we've been doing this podcast for 25 weeks. Time flies. You know, one of the most fascinating things about the paranormal field, looking into the supernatural, are the different subgenres. UFOs, cryptids, mysterious disappearances, the 411 cases. You know, here in Michigan, every year, right around the end of September to mid-November, early December, we have a huge upswing in Bigfoot and Dogman sightings, sounds, howls, etc. So I wanted to look into a little bit of the Bigfoot phenomena. Today we're actually going to watch a team go out onto disclosed land. I know where they're at. I'm very familiar with the spot. And I've actually wanted to go there myself. For the last 3 years, I've been trying to set up an expeditionary team that's willing to go out and do a little camping in mid-October in this piece of land in the state of Michigan, where a lot of the Bigfoot and Dogman sightings have taken place. These guys have already explored Bigfoot Island, and they got some good footage. In this episode, they are not on Bigfoot Island. And I'm not really sure what they were hearing and what they were seeing and what they were feeling. But it makes for a very interesting investigation.
Let's try in. And there's Gert. And there's me. And it's time to search for Sasquatch. We ready?
Ready.
We ready?
Sailorville.
Sailorville, here we go. Alright, tell me what you just saw, Gert.
So I thought it was the reflection off there's a red light on the camera.
Okay.
I thought it was reflecting off my glasses. And I saw a red light up in the tree when I turned. I tried making it happen again and I couldn't get the right angle.
Interesting. See if I can, is this on? There we go. Ah, that's better.
Could have been up in that tree.
Let me just focus. So he saw up in this tree here, possibly.
I think it's probably
Just reflection.
I just couldn't get the right angle.
Also, you'll notice it's raining right now, so we're gonna have to be really careful about what we're reacting to, because it sounds like a lot of things are like walking through the woods right now. So, making a note here, we saw some tire tracks back there, so we're about 99% sure that this is all done from some sort of machine. But you can see that all of these tree limbs here are like ripped to shreds. Let me turn the television up here. Focus. Yeah, they're just like obliterated. And it's been so far basically the entire length of the trail at this point. Very strange. Rain has picked up and making it a little bit more difficult. But as you can see here, we found tracks for whatever is just pushing these shrubs and whatnot out of the way. So as one would say, not an active Bigfoot.
Unless he's driving a bobcat or something.
True. So possibly an active Bigfoot. An active and an active Bigfoot. Ayo!
Is that traffic? Did you hear that?
Yeah,
it did.
mark that.
It almost sounded like traffic, but
It did, but it's like traffic's a long ways away.
yeah.
Sounded like a growl.
Yeah. I think it was traffic.
Traffic?
Someone cruising.
Yeah, someone with a loud muffler or something. That has to be a vehicle.
Yeah, I think it probably is.
That's a vehicle.
It has to be. It's so consistent.
Yeah.
That would literally be like a Sasquatch just like humming.
Yeah.
Or like deeply like moaning or something. Also pay attention for changes in the weather. Wind speed, stuff like that. Or even if the rain were to stop or pick up as we makes the calls. Now there are houses that way.
Yeah.
They're not for a while, but we are definitely within barking distance for sure.
Sounds like a lawnmower or a
Yeah.
plane. It's like such a constant sound.
Yeah.
If it's a plane, it sounds like a small-bodied plane that's just like cruising at like a lower altitude. But it's like, really, right now?
And this consistently, I mean, it doesn't really get that much louder or that much quieter.
Exactly. And it's intermittent. It's not constant.
It does get louder every now and again, but
Well, let's continue up the trail and we'll try to bend around that curve up here. Let's see if we can get a little closer and hear it a little bit better. Also, just a note too, it's about 37 degrees right now, and so as we film, you're going to see our breath. So just make sure that that's not being mistaken for an anomaly or an apparition or anything like that. So
CGI.
it's all candy wrappers and flashlights.
Rain's picking up again.
Yep, rain is picking up.
What was that?
I heard something.
Is that an owl?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, well. Oh, it's a dog. Isn't it?
Maybe. An old dog.
Focus.
It sounds like an old dog, maybe.
Yeah, it's like a low,
Yeah.
very low sound.
And it doesn't really resonate.
Rumble strip. There is this trail back here to our right, Kurt, or our
Yeah.
left, that we could go down.
Because the lake is just that way.
It's straight out, yep.
Someone's got a dog on a boat?
I mean, if you think about it, sound travels pretty easily over water.
Yeah, that's...
So, because I mean, we've heard tons of dogs barking and Sasquatch calls coming across from the other side of the lake.
Take that trail now? Or?
Yeah, let's do it.
It's just hard to tell what
It is. It's very far away.
And if it were an owl, normally you hear the resonating sound.
Because at first I thought it was an owl. Because it just sounded like a single whoops.
So we're now lakeside. It's actually a pretty good place for a nest. Right here. first big call of the night. We have had on more than one occasion come to Lakeside and done a big howl and actually got a response, along with dogs, coyotes, etc. But over top, or in the midst of that, we have heard long, drawn-out, classic Squatch howls. So I'll give it my best cold-throated attempt here. I'm going to do just one of the lower calls. It generally is considered to be kind of like a, I'm here, this is my location kind of a call. Sound over too. So mark that. It did pick up and gust a little bit heavier. Yeah. Here it's picking up again. And as you'll see on Squatch Iowa, it is very, very prevalent when it comes to Sasquatch. Whether you're making calls or when activity is picking up, the weather is reacting. It's almost like it covers the noise, the movement, the calls, whatever. Definitely makes for a good case to get back into the trees to break some of that wind to hopefully get some better sound. So let's go ahead and do that. So as we were getting ready to leave the trail here, Gert and Tiny made a good observation that the noises we were hearing back when we were farther in, that we thought was a dog. We assumed it was a dog or even an owl to begin with. We maybe heard it once as we were walking out here, right? Yeah. Maybe one more time. But since we've been out here, it has not happened since. So, interesting, because it was happening fairly frequently when we were back. Now, a dog could have been let outside to go to the bathroom or whatever and was barking at its owner or an animal, something. But just, it's still something to take into consideration. So, let's head back into the woods. Okay, so literally, we just turned the camera off and we were getting ready to walk and I tripped on a piece of wood and I heard kind of a sound that sounded like, ooh, like right over here. Ooh. Wind. Yep. Wind. Now I want to point out that since we walked up this trail, the wind has been way less evident. Yeah. Until I made that call. Mm-hmm. And now it's pretty consistent. Yep. Here, were you seeing something?
Seemed like a glint of light up there. It's the trail right there.
Really? I didn't click it. I thought you had and you didn't.
See what happened again?
I heard the exact sound of when I clicked my flashlight behind us.
Really?
And I thought you clicked yours and you didn't, and I didn't.
Okay, so playing off of that, we know that it is very strongly possible that Sasquatch mimic sounds to either confuse or interact. And who's to say that a creature that already uses vocal noises to communicate couldn't be using some sort of a to communicate too? I mean, Sasquatch are well known to be whistlers as well. Yeah. And so who's to say that a sound similar to the clicking of the flashlight couldn't be mimicked?
It was exactly the same.
So Click your flashlight, Tiny.
This is how it sounded. You know, it was even faster. It was like that.
Just like that, huh?
Yeah.
Had that little bit of a hollow sound to it and everything.
Oh, exactly.
Interesting.
It was really fast too.
Very strange rain system going through right now. We can literally hear it like moving through the trees, but it's barely even hitting us. I'm getting a bit of a feeling. Yeah, I'm definitely getting the feeling. Interesting, this battery has been eaten.
Really?
I had almost 200 minutes of battery and I'm down to 54.
Sounded like it would have been a bird or something. It was just a single call.
Can you mimic it?
It sounded kind of like it's really high pitched.
Okay.
It was like
Like a squeal? Okay, okay. A little bit. Great echo tonight.
Almost sounds like movement over here,
Yeah,
doesn't
I
it?
was just gonna say, I know there's a lot of noise from the raindrops, but man, it sounds like there's something moving through the trees.
Footsteps.
Now, it's gonna be very difficult to hear that on this video because there are so many like drops and settling because of the rain. But we are definitely hearing what seems like movement that is different than the rain. It sounds heavier. And we're kind of starting to see a correlation of events that are happening with, I got dizzy stepping out here. Then we heard what sounded like tree knocks. Then we're hearing footsteps. And not to mention the squeal that Tiny heard, the little bit of a whoop whoop sound I heard, the heavy movement Gert heard. We're definitely hearing things, and we are taking into consideration the fact that there is rain still falling and still settling and still dripping from the trees. But as we're out here, we're getting used to what that sounds like, and we're hearing things that are sounding different from those. So they're set apart. So it's causing our ears to react differently to those things. Maybe I should let out a big howl.
More footsteps over here.
What was that?
I don't know, man. I heard that.
Did you hear that, Tiny?
I heard like a reply, right?
Yeah.
Like a longer one.
Real long, screechy.
I thought I was hearing it from behind us, and then I heard it over here.
Really? Heard that.
Try it again. traffic. It didn't sound like traffic.
No.
But if you can hear that traffic, you should have been able to hear the holler when you review this.
Yeah, that was really good. Hopefully you can hear that on the video.
Okay, go ahead. Whoa. Well, it sounded like footsteps and then something get thrown, right?
Big footsteps.
Okay, go ahead. Whoa. Okay, go ahead. Whoa. Okay, go ahead. Whoa. Okay, go ahead. Whoa.
Okay, so we got things going on right now. I'm covered in goosebumps. Covered in goosebumps.
Do you have another battery by chance?
Yeah. Yep, I got 2 or 3.
26 minutes.
Okay. Okay.
It's crazy because we haven't heard like movement like that all night.
No. And there's more over here, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, really quick. We're standing here just talking about different things that have been happening. We talked about the wind has died down. The rain wasn't really happening much anymore. And right behind us, in this tree behind us, which our movement is happening right now. It sounds like something is peeing from the tree. Just this water pouring. You can't see it. And a leaf is falling. And then Tiny is hearing movement over here. She gets goosebumps. I get goosebumps. I tell Gert to hit record on the camera. And I don't know, do we have it?
It was recording, yeah.
Okay, so it was recording as massive. I heard 2 distinct footsteps,
Yep.
and then like either something falling, something being thrown,
Yeah.
something settling directly across. And I was like, this is so loud and profound that I was expecting to see something standing over there.
Yeah.
It scared me.
Yeah, I was like, here it is. This is the moment. This is the moment we're going to see something.
It was terrifying too because we heard that dropping sound just like cascade around us.
Yes.
And then from exactly the point that we heard it stop, we heard the footsteps.
Heard the footsteps. It was like it, I don't know, maybe we're having another level of Bigfoot experience here. That they, like, I am so covered in goosebumps right now. It goes through like the wind. And then when that wind stops is where it stops. And we heard the footsteps land, and either it threw something or it settled itself, something. But the weather is reacting according to things that we're experiencing.
Yeah.
And it's
Kind of gives more credence to the Nephilim.
Nephilim.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I always go back to that.
Yep. Sasquatch are supernatural.
Yeah.
And not in the sense of a ghost.
Yeah.
In the sense of they are a combination, we believe, what is known as the Nephilim, combination of fallen angels that bred with human daughters and created these angel hybrid creatures that can literally transcend dimensions.
Isn't there something to do with them being like alien too? So if they were an alien or seen as an alien, that could be just one of their angel falling from heaven.
Yep. Yeah, an unknown creature, you know.
And they were huge.
Yeah.
Massive.
Nephilim
Giants.
were giants. And they bred with women, human women.
Yep.
And so their babies were massive.
And so you have these human forms that have supernatural abilities. And you're talking giants, and so you're thinking abnormal sized features.
Right.
And if I don't know.
Big movement over here.
Yeah.
Just as we hear something, rain starts coming down.
Yep. In this one spot.
Yeah.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Consistent movement.
tripped up, which wouldn't be, I think it must have been tiny scope, but I'm scanning, and I'm looking at my peripherals as well. And as I get to where tiny is in my peripherals, I see the shape of a massive person standing behind you.
Was it,
And then I
breath?
turned, and it, what?
Was it, Cheyenne's breath or anything?
No, like
Maybe?
it was a
No.
form. Now, I'm not saying it was actually anything. It could have been just the peripheral of my non-glasses
Yeah, oh,
combined
gotcha.
with my glasses.
Yeah.
Because when I looked at you, there was nothing there.
It's freaking
But I had a very deep sensation.
Yeah, it's freaking me out though. That's why I keep looking over here, is because I keep feeling like it's behind us.
Maybe it's like way closer than
I
I
still
realized.
keep hearing footsteps over here, and it sounds like it's going this way.
Yeah, I agree. It's
From
the
left
entire
to
time
right.
the movement we've been hearing is that, and then there's that like kind of settling, stepping over here. But all the activity over here is moving to our left, moving towards the vehicle.
Being a valley like that, it could be deer, because they'll
It's true,
travel that.
absolutely.
often.
However, we've not heard.
Yeah. And behind us over here, those 2 footsteps and something
100%.
falling.
Yep.
If it was a deer, we would have heard it consistently
Yeah.
walk off. Yeah.
Kind of the 4 feet, not 2.
What was that? Irish jig.
Let's step away from this area a little bit
Yeah.
and walk up the bike path and see if I'll make some calls up there and see what happens.
Yeah, I'll zoom in on
There
it.
it is. There's the other eyes. See?
You guys see that?
Yeah. It's a deer.
2 sets of eyes.
The other movements that we have been hearing are bipedal. They're human-like. Just 2 feet. Step, 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 step. And that's what we've been hearing tonight. There they are. Just looking at us. I don't know if you guys can see them on camera. I don't think so. Yeah, just hanging out. We could have ourselves some fresh venison if we ran out there. Oh yeah, a couple of them.
There's another
3
one
of
to
them.
the
Yeah,
right,
3
yeah.
deer. We got 3 deer.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Here, point your flashlight a little bit up and then to the right. There it is. Wow, look at them. Clear as day. There you go. You guys can see the eye glimmer. Yep, 3 deer. I'm gonna do some calls and see if we can get any reaction to that. Now keep in mind there are deer over here to our right. Something that we have discovered over the last year, especially while filming Squatch, Iowa, is that the wind moves or the weather reacts when calls are happening. And as I did those calls, we're hearing like this wind with a little bit of rain falling down at the same time, right after I do those calls. I will say, since we've moved from the spot, so the spot that we heard like the sound of the peeing from the tree and everything was literally right down this trail here a little ways. And we decided to walk up this way, and then that's when we went live on Facebook. And since then, things have mostly quieted down. It could be because our attention has shifted some, but even if that's all we walk away with from tonight was a success, because we've had some incredible experiences, from the red flashes or the red eyes or the red lights, whatever it might be. Motion in the trees, motions on the ground, the sound of peeing from the tree, but yet there's no liquid falling from the tree, and it wasn't raining. Heavy footsteps, and overall feeling that something was nearby. Classic Sasquatch stuff. Classic stuff. A lot of what we are hearing too still is water settling from the trees, falling off the leaves, off the branches, and stuff like that. Listen, I'm gonna make a call. See if we're gonna hear that.
No cares.
No.
It's like they've heard it before.
Exactly.
Do it again. They look at you and then they go back to grazing.
And they're just chilling.
Yeah. They're getting a little weary of you, but
This one here's the
this one's not. Yeah.
I'm gonna do a longer call.
Okay.
Keep looking that way.
Did you hear Cheyenne?
No, she saw more eyes over here.
Oh. I thought I heard more footsteps over here.
Oh, I
Yeah,
gotta say,
it doesn't care, dude.
they don't care.
No.
They don't care. If they were completely unfamiliar with this sound, in my opinion, I am not an expert, but in my opinion, they are aware of the sound, they acknowledge the sound, and they go back to eating.
Yeah.
They're just chilling. They're just grazing. That is our first. We've never done that before, and that reaction is exactly what I wanted.
Yeah.
It's exactly what I was hoping for. Oh, that was awesome.
So there's what, 3 deer over there? Or maybe more?
Reconfirmed.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they say if there's a Bigfoot, you'd be able to hear it walking through. Well, there's 4 deer there, and we heard 1 footstep.
Yep. Exactly. That's a great point, Gert.
Yeah.
Great point. There are 3 confirmed, if not 4 deer, literally less than a football field away from us right now.
Oh, that's 100 feet. 100
Yeah.
feet, maybe.
Yeah. Do you hear anything?
No.
No sound. We heard very distinct footsteps.
It was so loud.
So loud. They're right there. Walking, moving, no sound. The wind is louder
Yeah.
than them walking through the trees. All right, let's keep going down the trail a little bit. All I have to say is if we get a sighting tonight, this will basically be a perfect Sasquatch hunt.
Oh, that'll be a
Like,
movie in itself.
Straight up.
Dude.
Straight up.
Yeah.
With everything that has happened, it would be perfect.
Yeah.
Because we've each had experiences. Not a single one of us is leaving empty-handed tonight.
Yeah. Seriously.
Profound experiences.
It's been a crazy one.
Yeah. So this is the, has to be, and I wouldn't say the exact spot, but very close proximity to the area in 2013 when we saw a Sasquatch, what we believe to be a Sasquatch. I should point that out specifically. We came to this point and we looked out over the field. We followed a set of eyes. And again, people would say, well, it could be a deer. Deer don't generally stand drastically higher. I mean, they might peek their head up, look, put their head back down. This stands up, okay? Stands up. And then it goes back down and it like seemingly army crawled. We can't confirm because we couldn't really see, but it seemed like it crawled away. And
I will say, looking at it now, is that does go back and down. So
it could have walked away.
yeah.
Yep. And we explored that whole entire area on Squatch, Iowa.
Right. What was that?
I don't know.
Was that traffic?
It sounded like a howl.
It sounded like a howl.
It sounded like a howl. Again.
Is that coyote?
I don't know, dude.
Yeah, coyotes.
Nice. Whew. That got me. I was like, what? That's cool. Gosh, they're probably several miles away.
Coyotes are killing something. Coyotes just killed something.
Yeah, that was a weird sound.
Yeah, it was.
And then I definitely think it was something that got killed because it was like,
Yeah. Yeah.
like bit it. Something.
Rabbit, maybe.
Yeah.
At
then-
first, it sounded like a little yapper dog.
Yeah.
So I hope it wasn't a
I
whole
hope it
dog.
wasn't. I know there's a house that way.
Yeah.
Not too far from here. But it's not like it was in the trees, so if it was away from home. Unless they grabbed it and took it out here.
Yeah.
Which is highly possible.
It is. They'll do that.
You know? All right, so we're going to head back to the location where we're having all that crazy activity and see if we can pick up on anything else before we decide how we're going to finish out our night.
Just find a stick and see if you can't do a tree knot.
Knocks were worthless.
Yeah.
Definitely one thing I wish we heard more was tree knocks. Because you never hear them.
Yeah.
You know? Squatch is real. It's real.
Welcome back to the studio. You know, it's like I was saying at the beginning, I find this subgenre of cryptids, of UFOs, of mysterious disappearances. And then you go even deeper into the sub-genres with abduction cases, be it alien abduction or cryptid abduction, or, you know, what we would consider a Class A interaction where you actually have visual and audible contact with some of these creatures. I would love to get my own expedition set up into Manistee National Forest in western Michigan. I have spoken to a lot of individuals that live in that area that have claimed to have witnessed the Dogman or a Bigfoot, almost as if Michigan is on a migratory route. A lot of the sightings, the claims of sightings and interaction drop off during the warmer months. But as I said at the beginning, from the middle or end of September to the middle of November, beginning of December, it seems like these sightings, these visual sightings, these audible experiences always seem to ramp up. And it's become such a norm here. Some of it still makes the news, but a lot of it don't. What's the truth? What's out there? What are people seeing, hearing, feeling when they go into these areas? Much like with the paranormal, until that one piece of evidence is finally gotten where science steps in and they're baffled, the question of what's out there will just remain one of those many mysteries of our world. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for joining me for episode 25 of the Paranormal Papa Podcast. Stay tuned next week. It's going to be something else that raises a question. WTF, that's the only question that could... Don't forget to please like, subscribe, comment, definitely share out the podcast to friends, family, other believers. We are trying our best to break that 100 mark with our subscribers so we can start live streaming and live podcasting here on the channel. And also don't forget, if you'd like to support the channel, you can do so on our double encrypted PayPal account. That's www.paypal.me/MrHistory2020. And as I mentioned, it's double encrypted for your protection as well as ours. Everybody works hard for their money, and the thought of some scammer getting in there and being able to access it when you have sent it out to help be tolerated. Until next week, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. God bless you, God love you, we do. And happy hunting.